Hello. Hello, we are Triip. My name is Hai Ho, and I'm proudly to present my team to share with you about what we're working. So, we are a team of 100-year combined experience of travel and technologies. So, you can take a look at my teams. It's me, the CEO, my co founder, my CTO, my CSO. And next is my CFO, my advisor, Dr. Mario Hardy, and my CCO, Mr. Fung. And you can take a look at our advisor group. So we have TaskRabbit, we have Tomochain, we have former X Square. And as you can see, there's one thing in common that we are not a young startup. Most of us are middle age. And what's a group of people who have done a lot of things in their life trying to do? So we come together because we believe in a vision that we want to pioneer forward-looking business model to transform sustainable travel, because I think that's the key important to impact our planet. And today I'm going to share one of our pioneer forward-looking business model, but it's quite simple. So everyone in this room, your own traveler. And now let's imagine this. The next time you travel, you tell us where you go. I give you $5. So technically, we pay for you to tell us where to go, and we pay you in our token. Facebook, Google doesn't pay you anything every time you check in or you share anything, but we do. We pay for you. So remember that. And now we have the data. What we do with that data? We're gonna take the data we share directly to all the business in the travel industry, hotel, airplane, resort, even this coffee shop. So they will be able to reach traveler directly in real time through a smart contract. The beauty of this smart contract is it's only take cost per booking. So this business send you an offer. If you end up buying something, then we charge them a small commissions. But if the traveler only see the offer without booking or anything, then the money will go back to all of this supplier through our smart contract. So to sum up, our business model is we have two parts. The data and the community partner will contribute user and data to our protocol. Then we have the advertiser and business partner who consume of this data. And why it should be built on blockchain is because everyone co-own this data publicly. We don't own this data. This company don't own this data. Everyone own this together. So you can take a look at, this is one of the transactions on our platform, on our block explorer. You can see that the address, the locations of this transaction happen. And all of this is available live. So any tourism board, any hotel can know who are traveling to where. This is a key question that we're trying to solve. Never before people will be able to see this information publicly, but also rest assured that even though you tell us where to go, your name will be as a wallet address. It will be not your name, but it's a wallet address only. So we know who going to where, but we don't know who is that person. And what about the expert? When we build this, what is the reaction from the community? Let's hear from the Ministry of Tourism of Indonesia. So this is Satri. She's from Ministry of Tourism of Indonesia. I think the platform is great because the local tour operator in Bali are dying because of Agoda, because of Traveloka, and many platforms that we cannot survive. In terms of business, we need this kind of platform to ensure that it helps the local community and the ecosystem. Of the travel agency of Bali, Indonesia, and they thank us. Why? Why Ministry of Tourism of Indonesia thanks? Take a look in this travel business. The supplier sell you a product at $75. It goes through the OTA, one middleman. It goes to the advertising, another middleman. Then it goes to the payment gateway. To end up, the traveler buying at $100. So in between, it lost $25. And now we want to take all of this middleman out, connect traveler directly. And we build this blockchain platform on Tomo chains. Well, the reason why we choose because of the transaction fee is close to zero and the speed is fast. And why we are the best team to deliver this idea? Well, this idea is simple. Everyone can build it. But because we are the board member of the Pacific Asia Travel Association, the second largest travel association in the world after UNWTO. So we have direct connection to all the Minister of Tourism. That's one. We are fortunate enough in the last 4 years, we got coverage by all the biggest media in the world for what we have done in sustainable travel. And we have in our database 1.9 million hotels in 229 countries. All of this hotel, you will be able to book a room with them and get a cashback in cryptocurrency via our wallet. Then, with our wallet, user can book 6,000 unique local tours designed by local people, not travel company. Here's one of the examples of the local tour in Harvard that designed by a professor and a museum educator in Harvard. And in terms of stability, well, this idea needs time. In the last 4 years, we raised $800,000. Last year, we hit break-even point in October. At the moment, we all know, we survive our own income. So we can build this for long. And all of this partner, we don't build this alone by ourselves. We build this together 100 other travel innovators that sign up to co-create this because they believe that we all should create and all this data together. We have airline like Bhutan Airlines, we have government of Catalonia, tourism of Malaysia and Indonesia that join us already. So our future, right now we're focusing on guided tour accommodations. But in the future, we expand to transportation, F&B, entertainment. And the Triip might will be used throughout this entire ecosystem. Right now, we're focusing on traveler, but later we will be able to extend to local consumer. And the entire market for travel is $2.5 trillion. It's the 4th biggest industry in the world after illegal drug, weapon, F&B, then travel. So right now, we are raising 2 million equity and token to speed up Triip protocol. And yeah, thank you. Any questions? The structure of the token is a utility token registered in Singapore. And right now, for us, we only focusing on private sales. We will not do a big public ICOs because we believe that we want to reserve that for the market on the exchange later. Yep. That want to pay. Yes. I think the good things right now is own coin in this market is stable coin until last night. But however, we do have some partner or some market maker to make sure that we can stabilize. But the idea is we want to tie back to a stable coin. So right now we're looking for some stable coin or we just tie up to US dollar. They have a choice. So the moment they receive the token, they can just deposit to the stable coin or keep it at US dollar, or they can just choose to withdraw to our token and invest. For me, I believe in giving choice. We don't go one options. And also, that's one of the reasons because for a lot of traditional traveler, they rather to use the money and book for service. Only maybe 20% will see the future of cryptocurrency and then, I will put to Triip and then I will wait for us to grow. Yep. Right now, I cannot answer that questions because we haven't launched yet. However, thanks to our advisor group, we have AppCoins who already launched their ICO $16 million. So they've been advising us how to really helping to do. But however, take a look at this current market. I don't see we need that service soon. Yep. We do through the first through the smart contract. The moment user submits their informations, they receive the money, but they cannot use it. After 7 days, they have to submit a proof of travel, either a boarding pass or an email booking confirmations, or they book hotel through our platform. Then after that, when we verify the informations, then they will be able to use the money. But if they cannot submit the proof of travel, the money go back to our wallet. We have a teams. We do with that initially in the beginning, and then we learn more and more. We will start to, for example, we push user to book service within our platform so that we can verify automatically. For all the manual, we start to do some machine learning to learn a little bit more. But again, I think if there's a lot of people who want to scam, that's a good news. That means our token have value. But the thing I worry is people don't care and they don't even scam. Yep. So initially, we reserve about 33% on our community reserve, which is 160 million token in the next 5 years to fund for this giving. Once after 5 years, we can create a balance that the business can buy and the user can use that token to give it to the traveler directly. Any so right now, for all of this company, what they do is they will buy the token. And in terms of the tax, buying the token, which means they are buying a coupon. So for example, you go to a market, you buy a prepaid coupon. So they will just report directly that they are buying a service from Triip that has not realized revenue yet for us. So we can give them the option. Yeah, we can give them the electronic receipt that they already buy our token. Because we treat our token as a utility token, it's more like you buying iTunes credit, you buying Google credit. It's the same way. Because for them, they buy this token to use our platform. It's the same way when you put your credit card and you use advertising on Facebook. It's the same. They have two options. I love option. They can pay more with their credit card. So for example, they're going to pay $100 per night. But if they buy our token, the price is going to be $80. We're going to issue Tomo token. And we're going to issue 500 million. Yes, yes, yes. Yes. Mm-hmm. I would love to. I think for me, right, so far nobody have been able to achieve that level. But for me, any growth problem is a good problem to solve. For example, in the early day when you have things, then you do the fork on Bitcoin, then you can have Ethereum Classics. When we reach that state, there should be able solutions. That reflect our business in the last 4 years. We hit so many roadblocks in the last 4 years. Sometime I got the court order from Singapore Tourism Board. And at the verge of closing the business, somehow we managed to turn around, get a license from Singapore Tourism Board. If you ask me how did I do that, I don't know. But at that time, I do, and I still survive. Mhm. Yep. fixed. Yeah. So what would be your advice to us? What should we do? Mhm. Well, first of all, the travel business run on commissions. And for me, right, initially we want to depend on that commissions part to $25. But down the road, what I want to do is I don't want to rely on that, but I want to give all the software for free, so that in phase two, we're gonna give away hotel management software, tour operator software, even travel agency and coffee shop software. So everyone become a node to process the entire network transactions. And that's how we think of that the next level of business that we want to do. Because for us, we think that when we truly give a real price, original price to the traveler, then that when we can become a really strong competitor. Right now, some of the company in the travel space, they start to bring down the cost of commission from 20% to 1% already. So for us, the next step is to go 0%. Yep. Okay, right now on our platform, we have both accommodation and tour. So the moment you book a hotel, we'll be able to suggest you a tour that within your travel time automatically. So imagine you go to Agoda to book one room, you go to Viator to book another tour. So that is inconvenient for you. We already combine that. So more or less, one of the good example is Airbnb, where you can get both accommodation and tour together. We're doing the same thing. The last thing is airline, which something is quite a tough. We are under the immediate next incubations, so we have access to API from the airline as well. But honestly, to be able to build the airline booking this year, not a good time for us. But down the road, we can put airline booking only one together. And because the key business model for us is we don't want to take commissions from airline or anyone, so we just spend time to build the entire booking experience, make sure that you can have a great experience. You pay with a token. We will launching a partner on Wi-Fi. So actually, there's two things important when you travel: accommodation and data. Maybe you have a roaming SIM, but a lot of people they don't, so they end up using the Wi-Fi. So we have a partner that providing Wi-Fi in 131 countries. So you got Wi-Fi, you got room, you got tour. So down the road, we want to be a one-stop service for home travel service.
Okay, so now we have the final result. So I'm gonna go, go from like number 3 until number 1, and then I guess once I'm done, I would love for the judge to maybe give an advice for the top choice. What do you think that they should do or what they should not do? Right? I think that's all that would be very helpful to them. So number 3 is Gavastam. So yes, congratulations. And number 2 is Triip. Congratulations. And number 1 is Jean Friend. Congratulations, Jean Friend. Yes.